Hey, we are back here at Interviewing Hollywood with your host, Shahid Manning. Flipping the script, we are talking about some real quality issues, homophobia in gay black Hollywood. Now I have with me it's okay, see, he looked at, because we were practicing, he looked at me and said, bitch, you don't know my name. And so he said, Quincy. Now I know it's Quincy, right? Okay. I have the producers and writers of the DL Chronicles, Quincy. I want to call him Quincy Jones, but it's Quincy LeNear.
But named after Quincy Jones.
But named after Quincy Jones. I was close. I was close. He's cuter than Quincy Jones. Hey. And it calls my man, you know what I'm saying? Okay, that's okay. And Deondray Gossett.
Yes.
As in Lou.
Yes.
Any relation?
Yeah, but it's so far back. Hey, I'm gonna have to sit here and talk to you. So it was my great. But yeah. So
and then in their uncle's cousin aunt, right? Okay. So, okay, guys, we're on GBMnews. Not that you need to know that to answer the questions. But I mean, the overarching issue that we came to in this thing was, we really have to do it ourselves, right? You have to step back and say, I'm going to be an entrepreneur. I'm going to do this for the people and let everything else come, right? Is that the deal? How is the DL Chronicles, though? How is that solving the problem that we seem to have in the gay community? I mean, well, I know we're talking about a DL issue, but how is that solving the problem? What is it at the end of the day saying? Is it saying now we're showing this, therefore you shouldn't be that, or this is okay, or this is where we are right now? You guys answer that.
Well, first of all, the DL Chronicles is attacking the subject of the DL from a sociological and emotional perspective. You have the media that portray the lives of closeted gay black men, which we don't condone, neither do we condemn, but as one particular storyline, which is also these men, wives, girlfriends, they have that. So you can create an scapegoat for mostly HIV rates rising amongst African Americans. And what we wanted to show was how the community, the black community, how internalized homophobia, how religion, how culture, how everything plays a part and is partially responsible for why men of color, namely, feel forced to be inauthentic.
Okay. So, because I run a production company, and that's what we're going to be doing. We're going to be doing a broad spectrum of quality gay film, and you know, I know with this craft, you have a lot of power. You have a lot of power to solve problems and to create from real life issues and say this is how it's going to be. I remember seeing one of the DL Chronicles. I don't know which episode it was, where it was like Pookie or something, right? And he had a girlfriend. I'm just saying Pookie. You know who I'm talking about, right? And he had a girlfriend and a boyfriend. And I was asking myself, what is the resolve at the end? Like, if I see a DL brother who's from the hood, I kind of want to know why is he that way? And then here's this issue, and then where do we go? What is the resolve? Is he just that way? He's just that way. I think that's what happened at the end. Tell me what we're trying to say with that episode. You want to hold it? Go ahead. He wants to hold it, honey. Okay, go ahead. He wants my show. You know what? You do the show. They asked me to go. Ooh, all right.
No, I think to comment, you can't. With the DL Chronicles, you can't comment on one episode. You have to watch the body of work, because each individual episode is about a different male and a different DL perspective. It could be just a man down low with himself, down low with his daughter, down low with his place of work.
Right. It's an anthology series.
It's an anthology series. So it was one of those slices of pie where we explored. It was inevitable.
Right.
We have to explore the stereotype of the DL.
No.
If you watch that episode very closely, the resolve is there is no finger that can be pointed at any one particular player in that scenario. You have Boo, who's out of control sexually.
Right.
But you also have his girlfriend
Boo.
Keisha.
It was Boo.
It was Boo. Yep.
Okay.
You also have a girlfriend Keisha who's out of control.
Right.
Sexually.
I remember that.
And you have Boo's lover who's also out of control.
Right.
His mother. You have his mother who has these very strong religious influences that even sways and warps her judgment.
Right.
And it's basically presenting all of these different aspects to you and saying, what do we do with this?
Right.
This is what it is. What do we do with this?
Sure. I realize it's a lot to deal with in an hour.
Sure.
I mean, and it's it's 30 minutes. Oh. It's a
I
whole
would
lot.
recommend that anybody that has seen it, watch it again.
Yeah.
Watch it again, because I think that what we've learned from all of the people that write to us is that every time they watch it, especially that
They see something different.
they see something different, something that they didn't catch.
Sure,
There's
sure.
a lot of subtleties in the episode,
Right.
which the whole episode is about stereotypes.
Right, I gotcha. I mean, I find with our writers, we find ourselves, we try to do our shows, and we find ourselves going, what's the overarching issue? Let's try and use our power as producers to solve this somehow. Maybe it's just that. You can't do anything. Boo is who he is, and it's just too much, and this is the choice he has made, period. Or maybe there's a profound, sped up resolution, all that shit you used to say, you can't do that in half an hour,
One of the things that we talked about with Boo, because that was one of those episodes, one of those stories that we were really like, okay, this is going to be very controversial. And one thing that I didn't want to do was just wrap it up in some pretty bow, because in reality, that individual and that
he just keeps going.
It's not. It exists, and
Yeah.
it doesn't necessarily end on a happy note.
Right.
Now we did not, and I would say watch it again. We did not give any definite ending. We didn't say whether he went on with his behavior. Did he not go on with his behavior? It's left up for the audience imagination.
Sure.
But there's nothing there that says, oh, he's just going to continue doing this thing, or that he's not. So,
you know what I see? Actually, I see it's tragic. It's that he is a result of our social economic condition, a psychological condition, and this is what you get in some people with this kind of structure. Let me tell you one thing before we end, because I know I could talk to you guys all day. When I first came here, I talked to a couple of people because before a lot of things were out, and I was like, look guys, we need to work together trying to make this happen. I got no camaraderie there. That was an issue. Are you guys, ultimately, each one of us are doing our own thing. How do we make it work together?
Well,
is it just not going to happen?
That wasn't our experience, to be honest.
Really? Who did you experience with?
Well, I mean, the first person that reached out to us personally, and we didn't know him from jump, was Maurice Jamal.
Oh, okay.
I mean, Maurice Jamal, after seeing the DL Chronicles, he called us.
Well, you guys had produced something, and he said
something, and we did it with some allies, some gay ally friends of ours. Straight allies, right?
Okay.
Allies of the gays, but they're straight. But once we actually got moving with the project, we met Patrick Ian Pope, we met so many people that.
Yeah, but then once you have the project, like for example, we're going to be producing a lot of stuff, but we had to think outside the box to get the funding. That's what we're going to do.
Did we get? I don't know about funding. No, funding.
Well, we're going to have funding. It's a whole different thing. Yes.
There is a support system.
Well,
but you have to have product. That's the thing.
Yes.
It's with any industry. You have to have product for people to get on board and say, this is promising.
Sure.
I want to help you get this.
I mean, you have to do the first one yourself. You have to really kind of sort of go out and let me do the first one.
What we did.
Okay, guys, look me up on YouTube. You can look up my name and see what we're doing. See a lot of stuff that we're doing. We'll have our first piece out in a couple of months. Okay. It was my pleasure meeting both of you firsthand. Good luck with DL. How many episodes of DL have you done now? 4. Okay, keep it moving. And call me. I would love to hear from you guys. Let's talk, okay?
All right. Thanks.
The illustrious Quincy and Deondray Gossett, Quincy Jones. No, Quincy LeNear. Are you guys lovers?
My boyfriend, 13 years.
All right, y'all, I can just imagine things. Okay.
And on that note.
Thanks, guys. Okay, bye. Thank you for joining us. Wow, what an amazing couple. They're doing the DL Chronicles. You can find it online. I'm sure. Just Google it. We're going to keep this going. As many people we can interview. We're going to interview tonight here on Interviewing Hollywood with Shahid Manning.